Give
We
about
should,
10.
we should do Rick and Morty.
Oh, we should. Give that 10 seconds. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Trek Lower Decks Review, Season 1, Episode 1. Space. The Final Frontier.
This is the second contact team.
Yeah, I hate to see what the third contact has to do.
Right?
So, hi, we're gonna help you with your plumbing. So, is space technically really the final frontier? I mean, haven't they in the show like done time traveling and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, but they still haven't finished exploring space.
True. I mean, to be fair, we haven't exactly finished exploring the oceans.
True. That might be the final frontier.
Yeah, I think we know actually more about space than we know about them.
Yep.
So
We've had more people in space than we have in the bottom of the ocean.
alive, that is.
Yeah, we've had more people go into space and come back than have been to the bottom of the ocean and come back.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the ocean is probably one of our biggest graveyards.
Oh yeah, actually, fun fact.
Oh, joy.
There is there are certain places that the usually it's I think Lake Superior is one of them where there are so many shipwrecks that it is a graveyard and is considered a graveyard, and it's desecrating to go down and explore those depths. You have to get like actual licensing or whatever the fuck it is, and then you have to go down, and I mean when you go down you're not allowed to take pictures or anything like that because it's considered grave desecrating a grave site.
I mean, give it a couple hundred years and you can call it archaeology.
Nope, they still are considering it a grave site.
How long do you have to wait?
I don't know.
So, zombies.
I know, right?
Has Star Trek ever done zombies?
Sort of, but not quite. They've done macroviruses. They've done mutagenic viruses that mutate our cells into pre-evolution beasts. I think Worf ended up turning into some sort of weird bug because of that virus. It's been a while since I saw Next Gen. That's going to be my next binge. Next Gen is my next binge. The next bingeration. But I don't know if they've ever done actual zombies.
Huh.
I mean, the animated capacity of it means that they have more to work with than, say, live action because they don't have to base it around a humanoid frame.
That's true.
Like that giant spider thing. Imagine seeing that in an RL Star Trek series.
Yeah, and technically, if you were to, gather a couple of those spiders, You could run a really messed up brothel.
Oh God.
It's like get your full body suck on.
That's so wrong.
Hey, you know it'd be somebody's fetish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is actually a fetish called vor, where getting eaten is part of their kink.
Yep.
It's weird. I don't get it, but I'm
Eh,
not kink.
I
I
mean,
consider it weird, but if that's your thing and nobody actually gets hurt because it's a fiction, I don't care.
yeah, wait till shrink rays are invented. I'm kidding.
No, there is also a size kink,
That's true.
like super big versus super tiny, which again I find kind of weird. But hey,
I mean,
you do you,
some people
which
like.
is also a different kind of kink called self-cessed,
No, that's my kink. I'm kidding.
which Loki did in the series Loki.
That is true.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, I've seen it. I mean, some people's kink are feet. Feet are
Yeah, I
gross.
don't get either. I don't like feet.
Now, my kink is being yelled at, humiliated for millions of dollars. Any
Uh-huh.
takers? Hey, as long as I'm getting paid millions of dollars, I don't care.
My kink is being left alone.
Ah, that's a nice kink.
My kink is being not hit on.
So, what lesson have we learned? When you get bit or stung by a mysterious bug on a different planet, you go to the infirmary.
Yeah, yeah. They've had how many times have they had to, that? And it's like, why does nobody learn the lesson? Although I do love at the end, it's like, Ransom just tried to eat a few people. Nothing, no big deal. Same old, same old.
Like, did I eat meat? Did I eat any meat?
Did I eat a human? Yeah, yeah, but it wasn't much. How much did I eat?
I mean, to be fair, it's also like the captain's fault too, because I would have set up a system that's like you go on planet, you come back, you immediately get checked up.
Yeah, but first of all, keep in mind this is second contact, not first contact. So all those kinks should have been worked out the first go round.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, they usually, on first contact, do have a medical workup before, I mean, after you come back.
That's good.
They have like procedures where, plus, they have a biofilter in their transporters.
Oh, hey, I never really watched it because it's like really stupid. But I saw like clips of it. Cat Doctor voice sounded like a character from Glee.
I've never seen Glee. I've never seen bits and pieces of Glee.
You're lucky, my sister loved it.
Ugh. But I can look it up quite easily because guess what?
Well,
There
yes.
is a guest appearance by somebody very special
Let me guess,
at
Q.
the end of, yeah. It has no pertinence to the episode itself.
Yeah,
It's no correlation to anything like, oh my gosh,
just
oh, the
randomly
new
pops up.
episode is today. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Uh, and there's already a third season set.
Ooh, nice. Orville, please hurry your ass up.
Right? Ah, Tendy's cute. Like, as a real person.
So do you? Well, you've already like seen it all, so you probably already know. But would you say this show is gonna go like the serious route or the more comedic route?
It's a little of both. It's kind of Orville style. Like, oh my gosh, Rutherford's first name is Samantha.
Oof.
His first name is Samantha. Oh, Ransom's played by Jerry O'Connell. He played Mallory in Sliders.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Me either. But as soon as I saw his face, I'm like, I know who that is. That's the dude from Sliders. Um, let's see. They had a new Roswell series. They rebooted Roswell.
Oh, I don't think I finished the old one.
Me either. I saw like the first season and then it became such a such a teen drama thing that I gave up on it.
Wait,
But
remind me, what was the thing of Roswell?
it was some alien kids trying to live as humans or something.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I saw it like a long, long time ago.
Yeah, that was back in the 90s, I think.
Damn.
But there's a new series, Roswell, New Mexico.
Ooh,
And the doc is on that one.
ooh,
She was also in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which
ooh.
thankfully only lasted 2 seasons, apparently. Because,
Wait,
or
what?
maybe 3. Rise of the TMNT.
Sorry, I blinked
71
out.
episodes, 2 seasons.
I
It
blinked
only
out
lasted.
after you said Bride of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ew, Kiki. No.
Okay.
Rise.
Oh, Rise.
You know,
Okay, Rise.
that really crappy animation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that was just like face palm the second I watched it, and I only watched like 4 episodes, and I'm like, I can't.
I'll tell you one thing about this show. I thought at first I thought it was like, okay, this is one of those like cartoons for kids. You could kids into it, and then he got his leg sliced up. I was like, oh no, no, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No. And then
it's
that
kind
spider
of
thing.
it's kind of Star Trek meets Rick and Morty. Oh, she was in Supernatural, the doc. One
Ooh,
episode.
I like Supernatural.
I never got into it.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
She was in an episode of American Dad. She was in an episode of Californication. I've never heard of most of these or never seen most of these. Parks and Recreation I've heard of. I've never watched it.
I think Californication, everybody was just high.
It starred David Duchovny, so I watched an episode, but I'm like, not really that good. Uh,
Yeah,
Aliens in the Attic?
that
Okay,
sounds
okay.
vaguely familiar.
I want to look this up now. Note to self, look that up later. I've never heard of it, but she's in it. The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Mad TV, Scrubs, Dragonfly. Nope, she was not um in that.
Oh, oh, oh God. I remember Aliens in the Attic.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest movie. It's pretty much one of those E.T. ripoff movies.
Um,
Bunch of young kids find a bunch of aliens living in their attic, and it's like, oh, we'll be friends. Oh, so cute. We shall suck out your brains. I made up that last part.
ah,
Space. See, See, before I watched this episode of show, just by the name of it, Lower Decks, I kind of thought it was still taking place on the Enterprise, but they were
Uh,
like the night shift or whatever, and they just all worked on the lower deck.
yeah. No,
And it
it's well,
completely.
I heard of it from Kyle actually, not Kyle Hill, the Kyle in our group who
Eh,
has been on in ages.
long
Uh,
time. Join us, Kyle. Join us now.
join us.
Speaking of join us, Dex, get your ass in here.
But yeah, he told me about it, and I'm like, oh, cool, I'll look that up. And it's really fun. It's like an animated Orville, but in the Trekverse.
I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to make a cartoon show.
It didn't though.
Oh.
Fun fact that apparently not a lot of people know about. There was an animated series right after the original series, starring the same actors.
Oh. I'm
Right
guessing it did
after
not
the
do that
original
well.
series ended, sometime before Next Gen or whatever, they had an animated series that lasted, I don't remember how long. I'd have to look that up. But yeah, there was an animated series.
Huh. Duh. So I don't like no, this is true. Hey, 1 second. There we go. But apparently when Spock or no, not Spock, Picard or whoever was doing their captain's log, the whole
Mm-hmm.
Stardate thing, etc., was
Yeah,
apparently like the season and episode number.
really.
I think. I don't know.
I don't think so. I would have to look that up, but I mean, I don't think so. Hold on. I was looking for something else real quick. That's the soundtracks. That's writer, producer. I was looking at William Shatner's thing to look up um your animated series, but damn, he's been in a lot of shit. Like even as himself. Okay. Hey, Star Trek the original series, I just realized aired during the second Doctor run, 1966 to 1969. But if I remember correctly, the animated series also involved them. Yep, Star Trek the animated series, 1973 to 1974. There were 22 episodes.
Ooh.
And it is starring all the same guys: Shatner, Nimoy, Kelly, Takei, Nichols, Barrett, Michelle Barrett. Aw, she was a gem. And James Doohan, who, fun fact, my grandfather looked a lot like James Doohan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Majel Barrett, she played Loex Donna Troy and the computer.
It's like, I love the part's like, we need him. It's like, why? What's the part? Oh, he's useless. We need the slime.
Yeah. Protect that slime.
For some reason, I think it probably tasted and smelled like grapes. And now I really want spider milk.
Yeah.
Probably blue.
Have fun milking that spider, though.
Yeah. I. They could probably milk its fangs. I could see that. Ah, blah, blah.
Also, there were a lot. They used a lot of like different. They had so much more variation in the crew than they did in most other Star Trek series, because the costuming for the other Star Trek series are so like for real life. The
Oh yeah.
costume is time extensive. Like putting on all those layers of makeup or putting on all that stuff for like the Bolians and the Katarans and the Andorians with the eye stalks and all that stuff. Klingons, which I mean, the Klingons having a main Klingon character is pretty easy because you just have the one headpiece that you put back on. But
Yeah.
having a main character being one of those weird ones, or like with the spots and stuff, or even more out there, like a cat person, that
Meow.
takes a lot of time. And so having a bunch of crew members in the main cast that have those kind of variations would take a lot of time and makeup. They usually only have a few token background characters that pop up now and then, plus the main characters being, human and Vulcan and maybe a Klingon or two, you know?
Yeah.
But being animated, the animation takes kind of the same either way. So it's a lot easier to add a more inclusive crew. So you get a bigger mix of characters in there.
And hey, how dare she not be interested in a door opening?
No, no, no. The door didn't open.
Oh yeah.
The red alert overrode the com badge lockout thing. So, and honestly, how dare she not be interested in that? She just wanted to go make out. How how rude.
I know. It's like, come on.
Although, I mean, now we kind of have our Tom Paris, Harry Kim set up for the series. Because tell me Mariner is not the Tom Paris replacement.
Oh, most definitely.
And Boimler is totally a Harry Kim, like ensign first, his first ship being an ensign on his first ship, like he's totally a Harry Kim. Play by all the rules, follow all the codes, except for the cheat codes. That's where Mariner comes in.
cheat code bad.
Well, I mean, if you use them correctly. But yeah. So, yeah. Like I said,
So
I
you
should have taken
totally
notes. So many references.
you totally let
Also,
Jack watch this episode, didn't you?
yeah.
Of course.
Um, Mariner has a very interesting holodeck program.
These are highly detailed.
Yeah. You may want to step back.
Yeah.
Although, with all the roids those guys probably took, I'm sure there wasn't much to look at. Aside from the muscles.
And I have to say that warp core pretty
That is a
fascinating.
sexy warp core.
It is. Woo, 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 woo.
As long as it doesn't go whoop, 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 whoop.
So,
Because it'll just get everybody to vote Saxon.
if you were to go into the holodeck, something I wish existed, which I could see in a few years happening. But if you're to go on holodeck and said, holodeck, show me the holodeck, would it just go like, what?
You are in the holodeck. That is
It's,
illogical.
it's like, you're in the holodeck. How can I show you something that you're in without. No.
No, I don't think that would cause a recursive feedback loop and blow its brains out.
Damn. To be fair, if I said holodeck, show me my true love, does not compute.
No. Then it would show the warp core.
I'm more of a deck guy, actually.
You like those nacelles.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it could have been worse. Uh, the thing with Worf could have happened.
Which thing?
Remember in Orville where they had a holodeck that actually got infested with porn.
Oh!
Yeah.
That wasn't Worf. Worf is next
I
gen.
forget his name.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it blocks out porn too.
Porn, 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 porn.
Yeah, all it is like asterisk, 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 question mark.
Viewers are probably gonna wonder what the hell is going on. Wait. Corn, porn, corn, porn, corn, porn.
Corn, star, 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 star. Corn, star, 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 star. Corn, star, 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 star.
I gotta admit, it picks it up pretty well.
Yeah, sort of. I got a minute. Picks it up pretty well. Better than my watch. Every time I try to talk to text on that thing, although it could be my Mac, because I'm usually doing it at work. So I don't have to pull out my phone and reply to people. But it's constantly misreading me, especially when I use names, like proper names. It's like, I don't know that word. Fuck, I'll just use the closest thing I can think of. Which is funny because my watch is English, not Um, Georgian.
I'm trying to think. What would I? What's a holodeck? What would I think of? Probably a nice secluded place. No, although I
No,
wonder if like the holodeck has like sensors to like tell, oh hey, you're about to run face first into the wall.
no, because the holodeck kind of ends up being like a treadmill almost. It
Oh,
reforms the environment around you, so you end up walking in circles.
so what if you had like four people walking like four different directions?
Then they would end up the environment, whatever isn't used, would end up disappearing and reforming. So you'd have four different little sections. And if you looked at the top of it, you'd see four different environments just like cut off at a certain point.
Huh. Now I wonder if well,
At least that's
relatively,
it. If we have any Trekkie viewers in the thing that know more about the holodeck than I
yeah, because our main one's not here.
do,
Yes, I
he
mean
fought it.
facetious. Yes, I mean facetious. Uh,
And we don't have
yeah, I'm kind
and
of
we don't have a Discord to wake him up.
yeah. And I kind of wonder if the Draconicus, not the app. Now I'm kind of wondering if like holodecks. I'm saying it like in Star Trek terms are relatively new, or if they've always been a thing.
Oh no, they've been around since in terms of the franchise, they've been around since the 80s. They've been around since the very first episode of Next Generation at least. I don't remember if they were in the movies. I don't think so. But wait, no, I think they were, but I don't know if Generations came after or before. I know it was featured in Generations, but I think Generations happened after Encounter at Farpoint. Um, but I know it's been around at least since the 80s because that's when Encounter at Farpoint happened, which was the first episode with Bob Boy Q.
Q the powerful.
Q the Great, which is also my Twitter handle for my Q roleplay.
You know, you probably didn't know this, but Q actually has brothers. Nobody knows anything about them because they're all silent.
No, Q actually has an entire family.
Oh, I know.
I mean, an entire continuum.
Oh, I know. I was just making joke on the word Q.
Uh oh, Q you. Yeah, he was in uh the holodeck. At least was around since 87, at least, because that was when the first episode of Next Generation happened. Um, let's see what Memory Alpha has to say about this. Or Wikipedia. Wikipedia's first one that popped up. Oh, holodeck. The Star Trek holodeck was inspired by inventor Gene Dolgoff, who owned a holographic laboratory in New York City. Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry met Dolgoff in 1973. The first appearance of a holodeck in Star Trek came in Star Trek: The Animated Series in the episode "The Practical Joker," where he was It was called the Recreation Room. In this episode, Dr. McCoy, Sulu, and O'Hara are trapped inside it by the ship's computer. The holodeck was a frequent plot mechanism in Star Trek The Next Generation, beginning with the 1988 episode The Big Goodbye, in which the holodeck played a central part of the plot. Although it was in the first episode, because that's when we first meet Data and Wesley. They're in a forest thing that wasn't listed here, but no, it was a short little brief introduction to the holodeck, but it was still in the first episode, Encounter at Farpoint, Part 1.
Oh, damn.
What?
No, wait, no, what you said.
Oh, the fact that Wikipedia had something wrong, or the fact that it's been around since the 70s?
It's been around since the 70s.
Yep. I don't remember that episode because honestly, when I watched Star Trek the Animated Series, I kept falling asleep. I'll be honest here.
Well, got anything else to say about this magical episode?
Oh, here, now it's mentioned.
Ooh.
The environmental objects and people are created from a combination of projected light, force fields, and replicated matter, using the same technique as food replicators. Holographic projections are solid within the holodeck and can be interacted with if they were real, but disappear instantly when the program ends or degrade rapidly if removed from the holodeck. However, some episodes do show simulated matter persisting beyond the confines of the holodeck, such as an Encounter at Farpoint, in which Wesley Crusher falls into a holographic stream and remains wet after leaving the holodeck.
Wasn't there a Star Trek episode with like a Moriarty or something?
Yep. Living characters within the holodeck can be given varying levels of intelligence, from a total lack of imagination to fully interactive, convincing simulations of human beings and other sentient beings, even including self-awareness. Users can observe a scenario passively with none of the simulated characters recognizing their presence, or can take an active role playing the part of one of the characters in the narrative. The metaphysical question raised by self-awareness simulated characters are explored in several Star Trek episodes, including Elementary Dare Data, in which a holodeck recreation of Professor Moriarty becomes self-aware and demands a life outside the holodeck. Unable to meet his demands, Captain Picard saves Moriarty's program against the day when that will be possible. A story arc spanning the entire series of Star Trek Voyager is the development of a holographic emergency medical program known as the Doctor, from an intelligent but limited. Yes, every time. And the fact that it's the Doctor with no other name would be a very fun crossover that I might write at some point when I have time.
It's like, I'm the Doctor. Doctor Who?
No, I'm the Doctor. Oh, you don't have a name either? No, I do. I'm the Doctor. Okay, but you just said you don't have. But you just said you had a name. What is it? The Doctor is my name. I hadn't thought about that. Maybe I should just be the Doctor. Hey, that's my thing.
No, okay, that'd be funny. It's like, you have somebody that's literally named the Doctor or just Doctor, and it's like, Doctor, we need you in medical stat. It's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like, but Doctor, yeah, that's my name. So wait.
Hey. Or even there was a meme I saw where it's like, yes, I'm a doctor. I have a PhD. I'm a doctor of mathematics. And yes, whenever somebody asks, is there a doctor in the house? I say, I'm a doctor. And I have no idea what I'm doing with saving a person's life. So they end up dying. And I've killed 4 people this way.
I read another version of that where it's like so I was on an airplane. So I call, is there a doctor here? And I raise up my hand and says, I'm a doctor. I completely failed, but it really wants me to go into medical school. I think we've said all we can on this episode.
And we even made My Little Pony and Doctor Who references.
And we made Star Trek reference too.
This is Star Trek.
I know. It's one giant reference.
Exactly. It is the reference. Just like when we do Doctor Who, that is the reference.
Oh.
We even made an Orville reference.
I bid thee adieu, people. Make sure to subscribe because we are sexy. Well, at
Well,
least I
I mean,
am.
no, we're not, but
Blip.
some of us have sexy voices, just not Maydrock.
No, that's me. Last word.